Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Formula Worldwide Leagues Presents. Friday Night Lights! Oh my god, there it is. Oh god, I almost didn't want to come out there, but it did come out. And welcome back. We have been gone for a couple of weeks, and I have to tell you, I have missed this tremendously. These last couple of Friday nights that we have not been here, I've had to spend that time with my hot wife. I don't want to do that. I want to spend this time with 20 guys sitting in their basement playing video games on a Friday night. And that's what we're doing right now. And speaking of a guy sitting in his basement on a Friday night, apparently with some sort of intestinal problems, my co-host for this evening and this entire season, let's bring in MassiveNoogies right away. MassiveNoogies, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. No intestinal problems here. Getting it all out. It's such a joy to just do this all on my own with no help from anybody else to possibly kill anyone. I'm gonna stop there.
All right. Well, we don't want you to stop there for the entire evening. We want you to bring your searing analysis that you always bring, and no better time than now to start with that searing analysis because we start this year fresh. It looks like we're missing one sketchable, but we have gained a Defy, and he is on pole. Massive. Quite an impressive performance in qualifying, and if you saw on the Discord machine, he thinks he left a lot in the tank. That could be frightening for our championship contenders. Everyone looking to knock off NXR Gifted. Defy looks like he's going to have a good start tonight.
So we're trading one sketchable for another, you say?
It's possible we could have done that. It's very, very possible. But we have tons of championship contenders based on the performances of last season. Defy, the logistical nightmare. Victor Chaus revokes if he could get himself in there with a couple of consistent performances. The Schmerzer, we'll get to him later. Migos, and then your champion from last season, NXR, starting all the way down in 7th place. Perhaps he's been resting on those so-called laurels, whatever those are, and has not been practicing in the off-season. I can see there's plenty of people disqualifying from the grid here. They'd spent all that time warming up their fresh tires, and now they're all cold. So cold. But here we go, everyone lining up on the grid, ready to start season 459 of Friday Night Lights. Or season 2, I'm not sure what it is. Here we go. 5 lights on. 5 lights off. Here we go. LFG. The season has started. Logistical Nightmare and Defy both get decent enough starts, but Victor Chaus works his way all the way up into 2nd place, and Defy finds himself in 3rd place immediately. Now we need to get some spectator menu things up. Of course, I've always forgot about that. Massive making noises, which, as you know, viewers, means that something has happened in the midfield. We'll get to that in 2 secs here. Let's get the tires on the screen. Oh, no. We have a virtual safety car here, Massive? A virtual safety car.
If you don't mind jumping in real quick, those of you watching at home, which is everybody, of course, Donut is going to keep it on all the hot action at the front, primarily. And I like to kind of keep it towards the back of the pack. So if you've got a multi-screen setup here and you want to see all the sweet, slower action, it's not that slow. Twitch.com/MassiveNoogies.
You know, Massive, that makes me think of if I knew it by heart, I would do it. The Crofty Skyglass Sky Q hit the red button jingo. You know what I mean? Because that's almost exactly what you've done there. You have a different feed of the race. So big news at the start of this race. Defy, on the soft tire no less, gets overtaken by 2 medium runners as virtual safety car has come to a merciful end, and we are back to hot racing action, crossing the start-finish line to start the 2nd lap of the season. As Defy, you know he has got the pace and he has got the tires. He's going to be going to work here on Victor Chaus, and he's going to be doing it right goddamn now. With the help of a little bit of ERS, makes the move into 2nd place. Logistical Nightmare up next. I don't think he'll mind getting past. By that point, perhaps the tires will be coming into him for a little bit. And Defy will fall off here shortly, I'm sure. But god damn, the guy has some serious pace. Let's move our way through the field here. Revokes, welcome back. The Schmers are massive. We have to talk about him. Migos, 6th place. Don't know who Migos is, but I like the cut of his jib. NXR Gifted not moving at all. The Wannabe, 8th place. The Step Hen in 9th place. The Step Hen, apparently massive, replaced us on the Friday Night Lights, or excuse me, maybe perhaps it was Formula Worldwide Leagues. I think that's probably the better way to say it. He replaced us on the draft to rave reviews. People saying that we aren't even needed anymore. What do you think about that?
Wait, who said that?
They.
Who?
They said that.
You cut out.
Don't ask me who they is. Don't do that. Don't play that game with me, Massive. But they said it.
Who's
so I think we really need to step up.
After him.
Well, yeah, we need to step our game up as Migos just makes the moves into 130R on the 2nd lap of the race. Or excuse me, not Migos, Defy. Defy does. Sorry, I have Migos on the brain. Defy. My goodness, massive. I know you were watching the midfield or maybe the back of the pack, but did you just see Defy?
No, I'm following along with the Step Hen. There's some sweet action in the mid pack. You're absolutely right about that. So, my apologies.
Well, I'm actually now on board here with NXR Gifted as he is fighting with the Wannabe and Revokes. They are having a little bit of a battle here as we move through. Excuse me, it's just the Wannabe Migos and NXR Gifted who has now fallen a position back. But the big story here is Defy lost his lead at the beginning of the race as we have another virtual safety car. Defy lost his lead at the beginning of the race and then passed both Logistical Nightmare and Victor Chaus to get his lead back, but did so on the inside of 130R on the 2nd lap of the race. Incredible risk taking by Defy, and if that's anything to go by, he is going to be an exciting driver to watch this season.
So is what's his name? The guy we were just talking about earlier, who's not here.
Sketchable?
Sketchable. Is he on the roster?
I don't know. Perhaps we'll have one of our patented TED Talks there later on, and Ted can let us know what the update is on Sketchable. But, you know, Massive, I have to say, the league might be better for it. Sketchable, if you're out there listening, we love you to death. We do, but I don't know. You did ruin quite a few races.
Well, if we could get Defy and Sketchable together, that would be fantastic.
That would be, speaking of hot racing action, that would be hot racing action in its
oh
purest form. Why did you make that noise? We're under virtual safety car. Why would you make a noise like that? What happened?
I think maybe the flag came out and Gifted he almost went straight into the back of someone.
I think he did. He's in the pits, Massive. He's in the pits. He must have broke his wing. Oh, a terrible start to the season for our returning champion.
No wing change. Just tires.
Interesting. No, you're right. No wing change. Goes on the Horde tire early in the race. Not sure he's going to like that strategy very much. As Defy is now pulling away at the front of the field. Looks to break that DRS from the Nightmare. I have a feeling he's going to do it on those fresh, soft tires. The Schmerzer has moved his way into 3rd place. He is chasing down the Nightmare. Revokes has moved into 4th as Victor Chaus has fallen all the way down to 5th. So, not going well right now for Victor Chaus, as he's being reeled in by the Wannabe and Migos. And then we have a big gap to the Switchy Fish, so we're probably going to be sticking with these top 7 up here until they break apart. That's unfortunate. Now, let's talk about the Schmerzer. Massive, I don't know if you saw the Discord machine, but the Schmerzer was complaining that nobody was commentating on qualifying. It's incredible that before the first race of the season is even starting, we have our first haters. They're coming out thick and fast.
Haters, man. They're everywhere. They're talking about our commentary. They're talking about our lack of commentary. Talking about Terry.
The number one thing, Massive, we can't do is we cannot let the haters into this locker room. Nobody believes in us like we believe in us. And I think Dom Toretto said it best when he said something along the lines of, I don't have friends, I have family. Yeah. So as long as you and I stick together, Massive, then all the haters out there like the Schmerzer, well, he can get fucked, you know what I'm saying? And besides, we bring it hard in the race. We don't need to be commentating on guys running around by themselves and qualifying. That's boring as hell.
No one is stopping that dude from doing his own commentary.
You know what, Massive? You're goddamn right. Even if he's out there qualifying himself, he can be doing some commentary.
Yeah, he ain't driving the whole time. Put the sticks down. Let's hear your golden throat.
That is quite the turn of phrase there. So, gaps are forming, Massive. I talked about a top 7, and it is still somewhat together, but we do have some DRS gaps opening up here. Revokes is one of the closest. He is following the aforementioned Schmerzer hotly around right now through Spoon. Down into 130Rs. He looking to make a move. Ooh, this could be spicy from... Oh, he's going to make a move. He's going to go on the outside of 130R. Oh, wow. They go through together unscathed, but it was close as they come into the chicane. The final couple of corners on the track here. Nice line there from Revokes. He is driving with a shed load of confidence. He's going to have the DRS, and I think he's going to be able to make this move on the Schmerzer. He is indeed going to make this move. The Schmerzer falls off the final podium position, and up goes Revokes into 3rd place. Excellent driving from Revokes. As we watch on board, he is taking excellent lines through all these corners, getting the power down right at the right moments. Very impressive performance so far from your friend and mine, Revokes. Who's impressing you in the midfield right now, Massive? Who should we be keeping our eye on?
Well, not Riffractor, because he had an incident that on his own dropped him further back. I'm following along with our favorite independent wrestler, Victor Chaus. So what's the tire strategy for those that are starting on softs? What are we expecting? 2 stops? Or 1 stop?
Do you think it's possible, especially with these virtual safety cars, they could extend it long enough to be able to go onto a medium, do a soft medium? Or do you think that's too risky and it has to be a soft hard?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a great question. Although I think that's probably the goal, soft to medium.
Yeah. It would be cool if they put a strategy thing up on the screen and the commentators actually paid attention to it. You know, Schmerzer, you might have a valid complaint there. We do a pretty shitty job of paying attention to what the strategies are supposed to be in the race. Massive, we need to do a better job of that this season.
Yep, we'll do it. Starting now.
I promise. I promise. Starting
0
right
points, and so are we.
now. Good way to say it. We are at 0 points, but we are quickly working our way to championship winning number of points. So we follow along with Migos now as he is hot on the table of the Wannabe. So the Wannabe, I wonder if he knows all about this Migos fella. He might not know what sort of racecraft he has. Perhaps he's a Spicy Nuggies type character. He's going to run you straight off the road. Perhaps. He's a bit more like, I don't know, let's see, who's Victor Chaus, I think, actually, Massive. He strikes me as a very clean racer. I don't think I've ever seen him in any incidents, ever. Shout out Victor Chaus. And you know who else we should shout out here, Massive, while we have a slight lull in the race, is, where is he in the field right now? He is number 11, Novocaine. Shout out to Novocaine's girlfriend. I'm sure she's out there right now, listening to this hot racing action as her man is in a 10th place. Oh, he's in 10th place. He was just in 11th, which means someone has fallen back. Perhaps the cause of the safety car?
Yeah,
NXR Gifted is... Sorry, go ahead, Massive. Why do we have a safety car?
I don't know if it's for sure, but I did see an incident there in Sector 2 from TTV. What are we calling him?
The TTV1 man?
TTV1 Eminem.
Yeah. We can just call him TT Boy if you want.
Titty Boy.
Yeah, Titty Boy.
Titty Boy.
There we go, Titty Boy. we just figured that out. So everyone is coming to the pits, Massive. That kind of ruins our strategy corner that we had going on there.
Yeah, he doesn't have a wing, so that's my guess.
So it was Titty Boy.
Pits man.
Yes, he is missing a wing. Interesting that it caused a full safety car and not just one of your virtual safety cars there. 5-second penalty there for Novocaine. Oh, Novocaine's girlfriend is not gonna like that. Oh no, and now he's got to wait in the pits for a double stack. Interesting enough, he's going on the medium tire, so some people are gonna have to take these at least 17 laps throughout the race. Oh dear.
So that safety car obviously going to bunch everybody up. And look who's in the front with a 3-second penalty.
Is it your man Defy?
He ain't my man.
Oh, yo man.
He ain't my
He's got to
man.
be somebody. He's got to be somebody's. One of us has got to. One of us has got to adopt him. We can't both be against him. Like last year, you were heavily anti-Scarthers, and I was here to support him as you were slandering him through every race.
No.
Oh my God, NXR gifted with a 5-second penalty. Yes, Massive. Yes, slanderous, Massive.
I was
slanderous.
rooting for him and constantly let down.
All right. Well, if you're not going to be
Nothing's
for
changed.
Defy,
Look at him.
I'm going to
Look
be.
at him.
I'm going to be for Defy while you slander him through this season. Defy, I will protect you from Massive. He's been known to slander a driver or two, and I think he's coming for you next.
Yeah, just for the record, whoever's in first, you're a piece of shit. Doesn't matter
That's
who
true.
it is.
That's true. If he wins the next 2 races, we'll both be slandering the hell out of him. But, as you mentioned, 3-second penalty, and the last thing he's going to want is more safety cars, because that's only going to make this gap pulling that much more difficult. But he is followed by 5 drivers who are on the same tire, and I think we can safely say Defy has the pace, so he probably has the advantage on them. Migos is the top-running medium driver, but he also has a penalty. So we got quite a few penalties out there for this being the Premier League, so to speak, of Formula Worldwide leagues. Wouldn't expect so many penalties on lap 8, would you? But here we are.
No. And look, speaking of penalties, look who is dead last.
Oh my goodness. NXR gifted being pointed out there by Massive as in last place. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he has pitted 4 times. In fact, that is actually worth checking in the race director's notes here. 3 times, excuse me. 3 times for NXR gifted at the back of the field. He's gone medium, hard, and he is in last place, and he has a penalty. Not the start to the season he would have wanted, but a hilarious start nonetheless.
He goes in the pit. What is going on?
Maybe he's getting rid of his 5-second penalty. That's probably what he's doing. Yeah, he's getting rid of his 5-second penalty. So NXR gifted having the most hilarious race ever, being put on putting on some old mediums to boot. Doesn't even have new mediums to run. Well, adding insult to injury there for NXR gifted. Novocaine down here in 19th place. He has had a bit of a shocker here the last few laps. He was in 10th place when we went into the pits, and now he is 19th. Oh man, unfortunate for him. So. Also, quick shout out here to the CSR Gas Girl. We lost one lady in the shape of number 4. Hopefully she's not gone forever, but we have picked up another one in the Gas Girl. So perhaps I misspoke earlier when I spoke of 20 guys in their basements. We have 19 guys in their basements. What else is interesting down here? We have Scarthers on some soft tires, the aforementioned. Hopefully he is going to get his S together this season and please Massive. We have the Refractor here in 13th. Love the Refractor. So we've got the Titty Boy, who we deemed was the cause of that safety car. He's in 12th place with a penalty. Oh, the penalties. We got H.E. Pennypacker here in 11th. Senior Heat Gang. He's got FRC in front of his name now, Massive. What does that mean? Does that mean that he's part of some cool racing team? That seems like some sort of esports thing, huh?
My guess is it's probably a wrestling organization.
A wrestling organization. That's probably true. It's something like a D-Generation X or a corporation. Oh, God.
Fighting for
the glory
retired
days,
champions.
Huh? Love that.
Fighting for retired champions. They wrestle at VFW on Friday nights.
God, that's exactly the kind of guy that you think Heat Gang would be. With a name like that, fighting for retired champions, Heat Gang. I mean, this guy is just America personified. So we got Avazy Skyzies here in 9th place. I believe Avazy's and, was it the Step Hen? Was it those two who just had a fight every race last year?
I think so. And I don't mean...
Yeah, they're not... They're not together right now, which is a shame, isn't it?
That's a damn shame.
Although we're not big fans of the step hen here, apparently coming for our jobs. He's going to take our job. We're not big fans of that. Although we are big fans of the step hen on the racetrack. Love what he brings to the table. Again, Migos here in 7th place with the penalty, with the fresh mediums. Perhaps he can make a little bit of progress before those mediums fall off. Our top 6 definitely on the preferred tire here for the rest of the race. Although I'm sure Wannabe is not going to feel that way. We are going to be going green here at the end of this lap. So let's get on. Oh my goodness me. We have got penalties being given out here at the back of the field. What on earth is going on? I just saw a bunch of 5-second penalties being given out. The TT boy falls down all the way down into 19th place. Chaos Corrupted down here in 20th, safety car in this lap. Some of these guys have got to hustle to get back up to the pack. What
Missing
happened?
an end plate. I don't know. He's missing an end plate. And how do you do that? Ow.
Look, it's one thing to do it on Tuesday. It's another thing to do it on Wednesday. It's a whole different thing to do it on a Friday night as we are watching on board with Logistical Nightmare as DeFi is gone. Oh, he gone. Great start from DeFi. Not the start that Logistical Nightmare would have wanted, so it is not going to be a battle into turn 1 for right now, but we have battles on the track here as the Refractor is already on his way to the pit, so he had that problem during the end of that safety car period there, inexplicably, as NXR Gifted now up into 15th place on 5-lap old medium tires. That's hilarious. I think we can safely make fun of him tonight, Massive, and know that he will not be able to defend himself on the podium. So any NXR Gifted slander you want to chuck in there tonight, fill your boots. So he is battling right now with Junior Correa. I feel like there was a race car driver who might have killed another race car driver named Correa. The name doesn't come to mind right now as another man is off the track. H.E. Pennypacker is... Oh, wait a second. No, he's on the track. It looks like things are glitching out on my end. Even my timing screen changed. H.E. Pennypacker, I'm sorry that I scared all of your fans there for a second who thought you might have crashed. So NXR Gifted chasing Novocaine and Juan Manuel Correa. I believe that is his name. The Sterling Marlin of F2. Just an innocent bystander in the wrong place at the wrong time. So let's get back up here to the front because just so everybody can see, Defy might be getting the Max Verstappen treatment for the rest of this race. Logistical Nightmare in the Schmerzer is our final podium spot right there. Looking for someone like Victor Chaus to knock him off of it, as Massive and I have nothing but spite in our hearts right now for the Schmerzer. Revokes up here in 5th, and Migos, using those aforementioned medium tires to good effect, gets himself up into 6th place, excuse my lisp, as he looks to make some inroads on Revokes and get himself back into DRS range. Doesn't want to be fighting Wannabe for the rest of this race. Doing a bit of DRS chicken around here at the old Suzuka circuit. So Massive, it looks like our best battles might indeed be at the back of the field as Migos and the Switchy Fish and the Wannabe switch positions going through Degner. Not sure how to say it, not sure how to spell it. I'll just say that double right-hander. Degna. Denya.
Yeah, I'm following along.
As I was saying.
With,
yeah, go ahead, please, Massive.
Old Scar.
Yeah?
Who he pit earlier, which dropped into the back, but made a couple of overtakes. And now he's squaring off with last year's champion, which is right where he should have been the whole time.
You know, it's a performance like this, Massive, that makes what you said last year seem so profound. Perhaps you were right all along. He's in 16th place, but it's a strong 16th place because he's racing last year's champion, as you mentioned. And I'm pretty sure if you go back and look at the standings, he only lost the championship by what, like a point or two? So it's not like Scarthers didn't have a fantastic season last year. You just wanted a little bit more. I understand that.
Now we need some fan participation. So if you're watching at home, ask us all those things that You want to ask us from week to week, but maybe you're too scared. Maybe you're timid.
What kind of questions do you want them to send in, Massive? What do you think the topic should be? Race related?
Well, I could tell you this: our first race of the season, I would love for some baked goods talk. And what would be better than getting some fan participation and questions concerning all of your Kroger and Boston Market baked goods questions? Does Boston Market have baked goods?
They might have a dessert that I'm not familiar with.
Okay.
I would imagine that's probably true. They probably do.
So we got
So
our first question.
Okay, great. Wow. There we go.
It's Dominic Distillo. I don't know who that is. He asks, will I no longer be Max Verstappen because we have Defy? I'm going to guess Dominic is sketchable.
Oh, wow. So he has doxed himself. Okay. So now we know the real sketchable.
Dominic De Coco.
Well, sketchable. Actually, Massive, I don't know how you feel about it, but I would say that sketchable, the answer to that question is yes. If you're not here, then we have really no beef with you, and you are no longer Max Verstappen. You become more like a Nicholas Latifi to me, a character of fun.
Oh man, that was
What
you
say
really
you,
dropped him
Massive?
down. I was going to say
Well,
Nick
he's not
Heidfeld. You
here.
went Nick Latifi.
Nick Heidfeld.
Holy shit! We just lost Junior Correa in the the cat litter.
He's back on the track now. He's fallen down to 17th place. We see some arrows moving around here. The HE Pennypacker has crashed. Maybe, I don't know if it's real this time. Oh, no, and he's done something that's killed the gas girl. Oh, no. What is happening? Because the Pac-Man, I'm not, anything that's happening with HE Pennypacker, I am just going to assume it's not real. But I did just see him completely ruin the gas girl's race. I don't understand what's happening. My TV is lying to me right now. Oh,
Gas
man.
girl. We're finding out exactly
Whatever.
why she wasn't here last season.
Wow, so maybe Massive has found another target. So anyway, Massive, Nick Heidfeld for you. Okay, well, fair enough. Anyway, to answer your question, Sketchable, the answer is yes. But we do miss you, and that's a genuine feeling. And I don't know if you're gone for the season or not, but we do hope you come back soon. Because if for no other reason, we need someone to dethrone Defy.
Yeah. All right, so we got some more fan participation. Really, it's just,
Okay.
just former drivers. So Dominic De Coco, he says, I'm coming back tomorrow. The hell's tomorrow? Who's racing tomorrow? We don't care about tomorrow. We care about tonight. And Ted, he said, Mrs. Ted baked a gluten-free lemon loaf. That's awesome. I am a sucker for lemon-flavored anything.
Look, first of all, Mrs. Jim Cab, I'm sure she makes a lovely loaf. But I'm not in favor of fruits in breads. I'm in favor of fruits in pies.
Here we go.
But it's still a baked good. I'm not going to yell about it. I'm not going to go on a
Nothing's
rant.
ever good enough.
No. I'm just telling you what my personal preferences are. But what makes me happy, well, as H.E. Pennypacker has left the session, no surprise there, as he was dancing all around the track. Perhaps it wasn't my screen that was lying to me. It was H.E. Pennypacker that was lying to us. Either way, I am super happy that Ted got the loaf that he was looking for, and as a contribution to baked goods, that is exactly what we're looking for out there. Because really what we want to do here in the community by talking about baked goods is share the knowledge, bring knowledge. We have a safety car, Massive. Why do we have a safety car?
It makes me wonder.
No one is crashed.
Everybody's still in. All 20 cars.
Yeah, no one is deniffed. This is interesting now. So what's going to be the strategy here surrounding going into the pits? You would imagine everyone would go in. But this is not what Defy wants, but I guess we'll see what happens here on the pits.
Well, 6 laps, 16 of 27, so everybody's, I would assume, going in for their planned final pit stop.
For some fresh softs, huh?
Softs. Yeah.
Yeah, there's only going to be 9 laps left when this starts.
Yep.
If that, maybe even just 8. So as we make our way slowly around the circuit.
Now, Incon
we'll-
Reptar says, go to your local Trader Joe's and get a caramel pumpkin Danish kernel. Is that something that you would approve of? That sounds like something you would like.
Typically, it would be, but I am not a fan of pumpkin. I have to just
Oh,
be honest with you.
Jesus.
I'm not a fan of pumpkin. I don't like the taste of it.
Of course.
I
not.
really don't like the smell of it. I mean, they're so gross too. When you you deflower a pumpkin, so to speak, for Halloween jack-o'-lanterns and get all that slimy stuff on you. It kind of just doesn't get me in the mood, I guess is probably the easiest way to say it.
Titty Man, he's out.
Ah, so the Titty Man is deniffed.
And I'm on Gas Girl to see if he's gonna pass a retired car, but I'm not seeing it yet.
So you can see his dead body is up there at Spoon, off the track. But he is dead. There's no doubt about that. He's not only dead, he's left the session, as H.E. Pennypacker's ghost car is now in the lead of the race. So that's interesting. If only because it's going to block Defy, who for some reason went on the medium tires. So the Logistical Nightmare, the only one who took the risk, and he is now on the soft tire. Interesting. As the 3 behind him revokes the Schmerzer and Victor Chouse on the mediums. Switchy Fish appear in 7th place on the fresh soft, as is wannabe. Migos said, no, I'm not doing any of those soft tires, and I don't want any of the mediums either. As H.E. Pennypacker is now retired from this race.
What? Well, that's probably for the best.
That probably is for the best, but still disappointing for H.E. Pennypacker. He's pulled off to the side of the road. It looks like he has smashed through some polystyrene advertising hoardings. So that's pretty cute. It's too bad he didn't take out some of the meter markers so people wouldn't know where to brake, causing chaos.
And we have a Twitch friend who's saying Pac-Man hella lagging. Yeah, I think every time I've seen Pac-Man or whatever we're calling him, Pennypacker, and that dude's always all over the place.
Yes, the entire race he was.
I'm just putting that out there.
everywhere. Yeah. Well, he did the right thing. He fell on his sword.
Yeah,
way
too late.
Retired from the race. It did come a little late. It might have come a little late, and based on what we saw on the screen, it might have impacted some other people's races. But we'll never know. Maybe we will after the race. Maybe we only have to wait like 10 minutes, and then we'll find out then. Maybe he'll say something now. I don't know.
I think, from what I recall, whatever happened with him earlier, I think that's affected Gas Girl.
I thought it did too, but then again, it's hard to tell because he was glitching out. So maybe she just dropped it on her own. Well, again, I was going to say maybe we'll never know, but maybe we'll know in 10 minutes. I did want to highlight here, Massive, that even after this terrible race, that your friend NXR Gifted is back up in 11th place with a chance to get a few points here.
Who?
NXR Gifted.
Gifted, yeah, up to 11th. Meanwhile, Scarther's, god damn it, 14th?
Well, the last time we saw him, Massive, he was in a fighting 16th. He's moved up 2 positions. What is it that you want from him? He's moved up 2 positions. He's in a championship running place right now in 14th. I think he's having an excellent race.
Nope.
Plus, the people behind him are on hard tires. They're not going to have any chance with the pace that we know Scarthers has, and he's going to have a chance here at Novocaine. He's on the wrong tire. He's on the medium tire. And then we got... go ahead.
Scar, if you don't finish top 7, taking my pennant down off of my wall that has your name on it.
That is... If that's not motivation enough for Scarthers, I don't know what could possibly be at this point. Scarthers, if you're out there, if you're listening, Massive has laid down the gauntlet. You do not want to come off that bedroom wall. I'm also looking up here at for retired champions Heat Gang in 12th place. He's having a nice little fight back through the field. I know at various times throughout the race he's been down near the bottom. Up in 12th though. Our friend the Step Hen is in 10th. Next to, you guessed it, his old buddy, Avazy Skyzies. Oh yes, Massive. Perhaps we can get these two going through 130R together. If these two go through 130R together, neither are making it through. I'll just tell you that right now.
I'm here for that.
I as well. I think both of those two will be, their bodies will be inhabited by the spirit of Spicy Nuggies, and they'll both just slam into each other at 130R, fly into the barriers. That would be awesome.
I like to think that people racing or maybe people listening don't know who Spicy Nuggies is, but they hear this commentary and then they might enter a multiplayer lobby and
everybody knows. Everybody knows who Spicy Nuggies is. His reputation precedes him far and wide. In fact, I think he would be perfect for this league, Massive. Why haven't you told him to get into this league?
Jim Cab. Ringing the doorbell here.
Yeah. We got the guy for you. He's got bags of pace and a guaranteed steward's inquiry every single week. He is non-stop entertainment. In fact, if he was in this league, I would probably be glued to him like I was when I commentated the last time for a league he was in. I couldn't get enough.
You know, there are some drivers that really embody that famous Senna quote. And I won't say it because everybody knows what it is.
Right.
And Spicy's one of those guys.
He is absolutely one of those guys. He is a commentator's dream. And a fellow racer's nightmare. But he is very, very entertaining. Massive, before we go green here, can I get a final prediction from you on our 3 podium drivers?
Well,
who's it going to be?
Well, I had to say this late in the game. I mean, unless something crazy happens up there, I'm going to take Defy off of the podium. My podium.
Bold claim.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with, in no order, just a you know, podium standards. I'm going to say Logical. I'm also going to say Victor and Megs. Let's do it.
All right, Migos. Massive showing a tremendous amount of faith in you, so let's see what you have out there on your hard tires. Not sure if Massive noticed that when he made that prediction, but here we go. We are under green flag conditions here as Logistical Nightmare tries to do a little bit better than he did last time. It's decent enough. He is using a lot of that ERS early on here as he tries desperately to hold on to Defy, but it should not be a problem. He's on those soft tires. He should have the advantage here from now on until the rest of the race, or for at least the next 4 or 5 laps. So they go through the S's here. Oh, well, it's just a lovely sight there, slaloming through the S's on board with Logistical Nightmare. So let's move through the field here as we gear up for a final couple of lap push here from the Logistical Nightmare. Switchy fish all over the back of Victor Chouse using those hot new fresh tires. Victor Chouse feeling the heat. Migos, meanwhile, in 8th place on the hard tires, not making the sort of progress you would expect, but still very close to the wannabe who is on soft tires. So Migos showing he has excellent pace. Perhaps it was a strategery blunder there from Ferrari. NXR Gifted has dipped inside of the step pen. He's moved into 10th place. He's in a points-paying position, Massive. You'd have to say, somewhat of an impressive drive after some early tumult.
Ooh, that's a great word you don't hear very often.
Thank you.
That's some Webster shit right there. Oh, gas girl.
Oh, no, the gas girl. She's dead. She's dead. Oh, my God. We have a safety car. Massive. We are about to be robbed.
Migos, get in there.
We're about to be robbed, though, of 2 or 3 laps of hot racing action. This is not what we wanted here.
No,
no one's going to be going into the pits.
What are you doing? What are you doing? He went by it. He's standing by those hards.
NXR Gifted just pitted, Massive. He did all of that hard work, and now he's pitting. I wonder if he's not getting a new front wing. He's just getting new softs. So he lost 6 positions for a new set of soft tires to use for about 3 or 4 laps. We will see if that was the right decision. Right now, I'm not sure it is.
All right, well, I'm changing my top 3. Changing.
So right now it is Defy, the Nightmare, and Revokes, but these safety car laps are not helping Defy. Massive. Perhaps your original prediction was correct.
Well, it ain't correct for me, Ghost. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm still going with logical. I'm gonna go with Victor. And then who's the guy that didn't like us?
Smurs.
Well, I would have said him, but now I'm not. So Revokes, you're in.
You know who else went into the pits there? It looked like Massive is the step hen. So what we've lost from this safety car is, 1, a couple of hot racing laps, and 2, we lost Avazy Skyzies and the step hen right next to each other on track, ready to battle it out. So the safety car has cost us very badly, and obviously more than anyone, it cost the gas girl, as she is she's no longer with us. Unfortunately, she is dead, and we will miss her. But as ever, we do have to move on.
Passed away. The tender age.
And
do what?
The tender age of what? 20 laps.
20 laps.
While we're here, Massive, I do want to talk about baked goods, my baked goods talk of the week, real quick. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody out there for sending in your questions. That is awesome, and again, thank you to Jim Cab for sharing his baked goods of the week. My baked goods of the week was, I was back home in Ohio for my brother's wedding last weekend, and I was gifted a box of very expensive brownies that I have mentioned before. Killer brownies from Dorothy Lane Market in Dayton, Ohio. And I was able to eat them on my drive home, and I was able to eat them when I got home and give myself a tummy ache. And I just want to say how happy they made me throughout this week. So shout out to Dorothy Lane Market and the Killer Brownie. The middle of it, Massive, is filled with caramel. It has so much caramel in it. You can eat the caramel alone and get full. But of course, it's surrounded by brownie. Oh,
now,
God.
I'm actually headed up to Cincinnati tomorrow. So in that area, do they have this place you mentioned?
No, they don't
Dayton?
actually. It's only in Dayton. Ironically, Massive, I am flying into the Cincinnati airport tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, in fact. Now, of course, we could meet each other in real life, but that would be just too weird. We'll stay digital friends for now.
I'm going to a wrestling show tomorrow night. Come on out.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Watch my good buddy and his tag team, the Jollyville Fuck It. That's really their tag team name.
Did you say the Jollyville Buckets?
No, I totally said the Jollyville Fuck It.
Fuck it. Okay, fuck it. Yes, of course. How could I not have remembered them? So if you're out and about in Cincinnati, go see Massive at the old wrestling show as we get ready to go racing again. We are going to have 5 racing laps, so that's pretty cute. The Logistical Nightmare has lost a little bit of that tire advantage, but I would imagine he still has it. And what else he has in the bag is 3 seconds because of the penalty on Defy. So you can have all the pace you want. As we've seen before, Massive, penalties will get you in the end. They'll get you. Like Kathleen Kennedy, they will get you. So here we go. We are back racing again here at Suzuka. Not a great start from Logistical Nightmare. In fact, so not good was it that Revokes is slightly challenging down into turn 1, but he is not going to do that. Revokes, he's in a good position as well because he is going to be passing Defy with that penalty. So Revokes happy enough for what's going on right now. As I see some arrows back here in the field, that means we got some fighting. As NXR Gifted is trying to make up these positions and trying to make them up as quick as possible. Let's find out if he is able to make up these 6 positions that he lost. He's looking to make a move immediately on Chaos Corrupted.
The last driver had pulled up to the back of the pack at the end of lap 21. I was a little too late though, so the safety car stayed out for another lap, which did not help Gifted.
No, it doesn't help Gifted. He's trying to help himself right now to a bit of a move on Chaos Corrupted, but he hits the inside of Chaos Corrupted, loses the rear end a little bit, and NXR Gifted stays down in 16th place. So that's not very interesting. So we're not going to follow it right now. We're going to get back to the front where the Logistical Nightmare has lost DRS already on Defy. That is the exact opposite of what he wants, and that's the opposite of what Revokes wants, who now finds himself 1.8 behind Defy, quickly losing touch. Migos. Oh no, Migos is fighting right now with the wannabe.
Oh, Jesus.
And Evasy Skies as well. Migos is losing the rear end. He's losing everything right now. We have a yellow in Sector 3, but I don't think it's real.
Back?
Oh my god. That was some hot racing action there. Migos lost out big time on those Horde tires. Novocaine moves up into 10th place. Novocaine's girlfriend's out there is screaming her head off at her man, doing a good job right now as Chaos Corrupted goes into the pit, self-immolates. He's dead. He's dead. For Retired Champions Heat Gang, he's at 9th place. And Vazy Skysies, strong race from him at 8th place, but we have to move back up further to the front as the Switchy Fish, he's in 6th place. He is all over the butt of Victor Chouse, who he himself is all over the butt of the Schmerzer. So right now, it looks like our top three are the top three. Defy has gotten away from the Schmerzer with the penalty. Still working on that gap from the Logistical Nightmare and Revokes. As Migos and Novocaine are fighting it out right now, heading down into Spoon. Oh, this is quite the battle between these two. As Migos gives up the fight for now, but he will not give it up for long, as he is all over the rear end of Novocaine.
Look to
Coming down into 130R.
We've got a fan. His name is the letter T. He says this league is actually so cool.
Well, that guy knows what he's talking about then, doesn't he?
Yeah.
We appreciate your patronage, sir. Thank you for joining us. So Migos and Novocaine still fighting. Really impressive pace here from Migos on those hard tires. Unable to make the move down into turn 1, but still impressive nonetheless. Novocaine holds on to 9th place for now. The wannabe is all over Evasy Skysies. You could not be closer as we have another yellow flag. Uh-oh, someone has crashed. Oh, man, many people have crashed. Oh, that is a tremendous amount of crashing. Evasy Skies is now going through the gravel. NXR Gifted moves up to 10th place. So the wannabe looks like he was affected negatively. Migos was affected. Oh, my goodness me. For Retired Champions Heat Gang. Oh, no, we have more spinning. NXR Gifted moves through again as for Retired Champions Heat Gang. And the wannabe are crashing now. Oh, my goodness me.
I'm going to Discord.
Oh, my God. Yeah, people are going to be very angry, saying very hurtful things, maybe even curse words at each other, and we are here for it. Massive, as you know. We love to see that. The wannabe, he doesn't even have a front wing right now, Massive. Do you think he's going to pit, or is he going to go around another couple laps without a front wing? Try to hold on to that 10th place.
Who? Oh, wannabe? Oh,
yep,
shit.
now he's already lost one position there.
I guess he can go, well, he can go in and get the fastest lap.
Evasy Skysies has also lost a front end plate, so he's probably going to go to the pits as well. NXR Gifted, somehow the gamble paid off. He's now in 9th place and right on the back of Novocaine. NXR Gifted, of course, now just to spice it up a little bit more, gets himself a 3-second penalty, so his racing night is over. He will finish in 9th place unless someone else wrecks in front of us. We have 2 laps left. I forgot about the front of this race. So Defy has not been able to break away, Massive. The Logistical Nightmare is going to be the winner of this race if he's able to hold on for 2 more laps, or 1.5 more laps here. Migos is retired. He's out of the race. That was a fun opening race for Migos. He looks like he's going to be providing all kinds of entertainment throughout the season. As the Schmerzer has moved into the podium positions, Massive, we might have to eat our words later in this race, as Revokes is now retired. Why did he retire? He has lost it up here at Dunlop. I don't see where his car is, but he is dead. He is absolutely dead. Oh, there he is up there against the wall. He's dead as for Retired Champions. Heat Gang moves into 10th place. Evasy Skies now in 11th place. Oh, no, and now we're migrating hosts. What is happening? Massive.
This is
Did
Let me
I
send
get
you an
kicked out?
invite
Did
here.
you get
Yeah.
kicked out?
No. Let me send you an here.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
So revoke says lap 25 monitor fell.
What in the heck just happened? Looks like I'm gonna miss the last lap of this race.
You can still make it. We're at. Did you get my invite?
Yes, I did. So it's loading it right now.
We're looking at a podium of and, and it's a battle for second place between Defy and the Schmooze. Those are your top three. Logical will inherit the lead with a 3-second penalty from Deffy.
All right. Are we on the final lap here now?
Final lap. We are. Uh, what's the is it Spoon? Is that the section?
Yeah, Spoon.
Yeah, we're exiting Spoon.
All right. All right, so loading is complete. Defy is now getting into the final corner of the track, and he cuts the corner one more time for good measure as we come across the line here for the final time. Defy first over the line, but not your race winner, as the Logistical Nightmare is your winner as they cause some chaos there on the main straight. The Schmerzer finishes off your podium in third place. The Switchy Fish, oh, he finished fourth on the track, but a penalty moves him down. Victor Chaus in fourth, Juan Manuel Correa in fifth, a Switchy Fish in sixth. NXR Gifted all the way back up to seventh place. Ironically, that is exactly where he started. All that work just to get back where he started. Novocaine in eighth, the Stephen in ninth, and for retired champions, Heat Gang in 10th. So Massive, did everybody really DNF there on the final lap? Was that legit? Was there glitching?
That was totally.
How could that have
legit.
actually happened? Really?
With some craziness at the end of or middle of sector 1, I guess it was. Let me remove this pennant off my wall real quick.
Why? He finished 13th the last time we were on, and he was in 14th.
Hey,
he's done everything you've asked of him.
I said top 7.
Oh, that's right. You did say top 7. All right. So Massive, when we get on with the Schmers, or let's pretend like we didn't say anything bad about him.
Oh, you're taking that approach. Okay. All right.
No, you know me. You know what approach to be taken here.
I'm ready to light this son of a bitch up.
You know, I don't think we're going to get Defy because he's on the PC. So unless he understands how to join us the way that Victor Chaus used to, then I guess we're probably not going to get that. So it looks like we're just going to be talking to the Logistical Nightmare and the Schmerzer tonight. So let's get them on the blower. Let's invite the Nightmare to the party. And the Schmers to the party. All right. So we have first and third place going to be joining us here tonight. And they have joined us already. As ever, boys, make sure your boxes are checked, your T's are crossed, and your lowercase j's are dotted. Logistical Nightmare, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
You are indeed here, and congratulations, you have won the first race of the season because defied track limits. Tell us how it feels to be on top of the championship standings going into race 2.
Feels nice. Feels very nice. The pace has been on the up recently, and I got to really utilize it today. It was a pretty safe race, so on minimizing that gap. It turns out him starting on the softs really, I got to box onto the fresh softs with 10 laps left to go, and he only had a used set, so everybody else went on the mediums except for me. So it really made it, a situation where I could just focus on him, didn't really have to worry about anybody behind me. Although they, had a great race too, it was just allowed me to sort of, have a pace gap and play a little bit of attack today.
Did you are you watching the stream right now?
No.
Is that sound? Oh, okay. Well, there's someone who's reverberating in the background there. So whoever's watching the stream right now, if you could turn that off, that'd be brilliant. But one final question. You said the pace was improving. I assume that means you've been practicing. Sounds like you're confident going into the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I got a wheel about 5-6 months ago, and I've been spending this last pretty much half a year just calibrating it and getting it to the right settings and getting real comfortable with it. And I feel like I finally hit like the final product like a week and a half ago with like regarding everything. So everything's just clicking, it feels really immediate. There's no sort of lag in the game or to what I want to do. So I'm really looking forward to this season. I want to get my drivers championship back from season 5, I think.
Well, that's fantastic news. We were entertained by you tonight, and we look forward to being entertained by you for the rest of the season. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now we will move to our second place driver, Defy. Please make sure your audio boxes are checked so everybody can hear you on the stream. Defy, this is the first time we've ever had a chance to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on second place, although I'm sure you're a little disappointed considering you probably should have won that race.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I kind of just rage quit on my Discord call, and turned off my PC, so I had to turn it back on to get on this call. I'm really mad because the fact is I got all my warnings in the first 5 laps, and I didn't get a single warning for the rest of the race. Logical was on 2 warnings for the whole entire race, basically. So I'm a little bit mad. I was just hoping he'd get a pen, but yeah, the safety cars there definitely screwed me over because Logical basically got a free 20% tire advantage on me. Instead of his softs dying off, they basically stayed fresh till the end. So yeah, of course I'm a little disappointed, but happens.
So Defy, quickly, if you would, you were here a couple of races last season and maybe the season before. Are you going to be a full-time participant? Are you here to take the crown from NXR Gifted?
Yeah, definitely. I had some like complications, we'll say, about making those race times, but I've talked to my family. I'm all good, basically for hopefully making the whole season. Unlike my teammate, who's gonna flake out definitely in a couple of races. But yeah, overall pretty good race.
All right, well, we're your family now, Defy, so forget about those other people. It's
Yeah.
only us you need to worry about. So thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you for the rest of the season, and congratulations on your second place finish for tonight.
Thanks.
Alrighty, now we move to our third place finisher, third in the race, but number 1 hater, the Schmerzer. He was complaining earlier about the quality of the broadcast. Schmerzer, we didn't know we were going to be talking to you tonight, but here you are. You can say anything you want. You can talk about your race. You can talk shit to me and Massive. The floor is yours.
Hang on, who's got somebody's got their TV audio on.
And the Schmerzer, we can't hear you, Schmerzer. If you're besmirching our names, we can't hear you at all. I hear like some kind of fart noises going on there.
Pretty
but,
sure someone just farted.
Maybe that was his response to me. He just farted into his microphone.
If that's his response, I mean, touche. That's good.
Fair
Good
enough,
answer.
actually. You know what? Schmerzer, you can't do better than that. And another fart into the microphone. I don't know what is going on. This is toilet time from the Schmerzer. This is not a professional broadcast. Well, that is going to be the end of our broadcast tonight. The Schmerzer, perhaps you'll get on the podium next week and you'll be able to tell me and Massive what you think about us. But for now, that will be it. So to everybody out there who has joined us for the race, who sent in questions, no less, thank you so much for joining us. And, of course, thank you to our 20 drivers. Thank you, as always, to MassiveNoogies for joining us. Massive, before we leave, any final thoughts from you?
No.
Okay, so no thoughts from MassiveNoogies, but he was a solid contributor throughout the race as always, so we thank him. And once again, thank you to everybody out there for joining us and coming back to watch the stream later on through the week. We had a great time doing it. Hope you have a great time watching it. But that'll do it for us tonight. Until next week, it is goodbye.